Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So the Rothe Valley Battle Pass is now live. We can check it out here in our journal. In the campaign section, we have Rothe Valley. Very nicely, we can actually see all three sections and all the rewards within them. So I'm going to showcase each and every reward and give my advice and opinions on overall whether or not this battle pass is then worth the investment of getting the premium pass. We can see right now we'll start off with Take Stock of Life, and then in September the 13th we get the second part, and October the 18th we get the third part. Now Take Stock of Life, we can see already has these rewards. Now you may have seen my previous video where I went over where they made a blog going over each of the rewards, but we couldn't exactly see all of the details, specifically the new dragon gadget. So the way this battle pass is going to work is similarly, you have a free track all on the top there and a premium track on the bottom. In order to get any of these premium rewards, you're going to have to buy the battle pass 2,500 base Zen, which you can reduce with a coupon from Invocation Bags. Now to actually obtain these rewards, you're going to have to do a bit of work. You're going to have to get up to 4,000 points to unlock the maximum amount of rewards. Now how do you get those 4,000 points? Well, simply by doing these above things, like your random skirmish and trial queue will give 115 battle pass XP, your random dungeon queue 135, and your heroic encounter within Rothe Valley 75. Now you will note that you will be able to actually go and access a new adventure, Rothe Valley. I have that fully completed, and you get an exclusive new companion to go with it called Little White. Unfortunately, she's a little underwhelming. You can see her just adjacent to me there. She doesn't have any other visuals than just that. Overall, nothing too special, just another little spider companion. But it is an augment giving the stats of crit strike, critical avoidance, and incoming healing. Can be on some sort of tank hybrid DPS build. Personally, I won't run with her in pretty much any content. Now, in order to start the adventure, Rothe Valley, you will have to go to your journal here, go to your adventures tab, and click the adventure and just click begin story. You'll immediately get your quest as your number one there, which will be going to head to Sergeant Knox. So we do that, and then you'll see you'll gain a quest from him, a shadow in Rothe Valley. Accept that and just follow the sparkly line and you're good to go. So this battle pass, what are the rewards? Well, the first part we can see here will give us 5 greater shards of empowerment. This is pretty neat, as those shards can get up to about 150k. I believe they've been dropping in prices, and in consoles they probably have a vastly different price. Used again specifically to upgrade your collars from epic all the way to mythic. Then you're getting a bunch of reroll tokens. Nice, 20 of them. That's the value of about 200,000 astral diamonds, and then 2 enchanted keys. That's again a value of about 150k astral diamonds, and finally an astral lockbox. Sadly, you'll only just get one, and you might want to wait until the rewards are updated to what they actually display, as you can see here. I'm not sure if that's going to go to the live server, as I'm pre-recording this on the preview server just before the maintenance is over. Then if you want to get that premium pass, you will get an extra bunch of reroll tokens, just 20 more, a coalescent moat that will already pay you back about 500 Zen when you get them on a really good discount. And then you can see we get just a vanity pet. Personally, again, that's just exclusive fashion, not something I'm going to put a value on. And ultimately, you can get this Dragonfire account-wide gadget. Just looking at the tooltip, it says it deals 18,000 fire damage to up to 7 enemies in a line in front of you and cause fire to spread between nearby enemies. Enemies caught on fire will take 6,000 fire damage every second for 10 seconds. Would I take this instead of my Wondrous Doohickey? My Wondrous Doohickey, 125 magnitude. Let's slot that in there and let's chuck it at a bunch of spiders. We are scaled right now, so we can see they deal about 10,000 damage. So yes, actually, with the scaling involved, the doohickey only deals 10,000 damage, and then looking at that actual gadget, it actually says it would deal up to 18,000 damage, and that is in fact inclusive of scaling. So let's get out of here. Let's go to a place where we're not scaled. So you can see we're down to 48,000, and we can check now, and it says 32,000. So not a whole lot, but you need to consider that the doohickey is only 125 magnitude. It is also an area of effect. And when we go to a dummy just here, let's go and toss our doohickey there. You can see it hits both of them for 38k without a deflect. So yes, it seems pretty balanced and pretty competitive. Is it going to be like overly best in slot? I think it probably is, because this can hit up to 7 enemies in a line in front of you, and it can also cause them to burn every second for 10 seconds, and that's another 10,000. What it does lack is the doohickey's ability to paralyze the enemies, which can be very useful if they deal a lot of damage. So ultimately, would I buy the premium pass just for part 1? No, I wouldn't. You only get a total of about 500 Zen value. Moving on to part 2. The upper crust. In the free track again, we just get 5 scrolls of life. Awesome, always useful. A greater stone of health, also pretty neat. Again, always useful. Another free astral lockbox. Why not? Good luck on your drops. And 2 free enchanted keys. Pretty neat. That's again quite a lot of value just in the free track alone. However, we go to the paid section, and you're just getting 5 scrolls of mass life, which are a little bit more valuable by now than the scrolls of life. And then we can see we can get the artifact set choice pack. My opinion, not really worth it at all. I can't put much value on there. The only real good artifacts in there, in my opinion, is the standard and potentially the Jewel of North, but only in situational scenarios. So ultimately, I can only put a price tag on the 200 terminal and trade bars, which you can take if you have literally everything else from the pack or just don't want anything else. And those 200 trade bars, if you have a discount and buy your upgrade tokens, on the auction house just a little while back, 10 was going for 92,000, so 100 would go for like 900,000. So ultimately, that many trade bars can be nearly 1 million astral diamond worth. And then you just get 25 companion upgrade tokens. That's like 4 times less than you'd get with just 200 trade bars. Okay then, Cryptic. And lastly, you get the Panda account-wide companion. Looking at that just there, we can see it is indeed an augment, as they did state. And yes, giving crit strike, accuracy, and forte. Very sad to see that. I would have liked it to be the next healer augment, but with it giving accuracy, that's just a dump stat for a healer, pretty useless. You could definitely take it on a DPS in a certain build, and you could definitely make it fit. The forte can be useful just to convert ratings instead to percentages. And overall, you're gaining its offense power of Panda's prowess and just getting crit chance, forte, and accuracy. Again, not too great, but again, if you want accuracy, there's this option. Personally, I wouldn't value this Panda too highly. I wouldn't use it on any class, tank, healer, or DPS, and so the value here, I can only really rate it off the artifact set pack, giving the 200 trade bars and these 25 companion upgrade tokens to be at a cost of maybe about just over 1 million astral diamonds. So if we compare that to part 1, where we got a coal moat, which is about 1 million, you get basically another 1 million worth for the next part. So we're already at about a 2 million astral diamond value cost for the paid rewards. And personally, I'd need to see that going up to 2.5 million to be worth 2,500 Zen, if not more than that. So let's go to Deeper Wounds, the third part. Here again, the free track, we're getting just a bunch of mountain upgrade tokens, pretty neat, 2 more enchanted keys, another free astral lockbox, and indeed a free coalescent moat. Again, pretty good value just on the free track. A coal moat about 1 million. 25 mount upgrade tokens, well, that's probably only about 200,000 astral diamonds. The keys again about 150,000 astral diamonds, and the astral lockbox about 60,000 astral diamonds. So you are looking at a pretty neat chunk of about 1.5 million astral diamonds worth, all free. You just gotta play the game. But we go to the paid track. Here you can get 10 more greater shards of empowerment. This thing can definitely be worth well over 1 million astral diamonds, depending on your server's prices of those greater shards. Then you're getting another 25 mount upgrade tokens, again only about 200,000 astral diamonds, 4 enchanted keys, about 300,000 astral diamonds, and ultimately the glorious Panda account-wide mount. We can have a look at it just there. It does look pretty unique compared to what they had before. Some were saying the saddle maybe looks a little bit like we've seen before in the Feast of Lanterns from the Tiger, but I think that's a whole new saddle. Otherwise, its powers are very disappointing. I would like to see quick action giving a lot more action point gain than it actually does. 2.4% on 1,200 item level, with I believe that when it's at 3,000 item level is only 5% of your action points back, which is garbage. You need to give at least 25% of your action points back, if not 50%, for that to be worth it, in my opinion. And otherwise, the combat power there, which you get on many other mounts. Insignias, you're limited with a barbed and illuminated, and a universal you can go whatever, and that's about it for the entire battle pass. You get about 1 million astral diamonds worth for the paid track on the first part. You get again another 1 million on the second part, and for the last part it's about 1.5 million. So you are getting about 3.5 million worth of rewards. You could get it simply just for the Dragonfire account gadget. I might very well go and get it when I actually get my Zen to exchange, simply just for this little gadget to use in AoE instead of using the wondrous doohickey from the Gond event. So would I ultimately buy it then with a 3.5 million astral diamond mark? Yeah, that's probably a pretty good deal, especially compared to the previous battle passes, and those rewards on the free track. Ooh, they're looking juicy this time around. Some actual useful stuff there with pretty neat value. So again, I'd like to give a special thank you to all of these channel members for the continued support. And if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.